guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we are going to be going over a brief comic book history of one of the heralds of Galactus. Yes, the Silver Surfer himself. Now, I was a huge fan of the Silver Surfer, as I'm sure many of you were. So let's go ahead and take a look at him and see how he compares in the comics to his Mcoc version. So now Norrin Radd lived on the peaceful planet of Zenn-La, which was effectively free of hunger, disease, crime, and war. Now Norrin believed that no goals were left to be achieved on Zenn-La until one fateful day when Galactus appeared. Yes, the devourer of worlds. And so Galactus appeared, and the Council of Scientists let Norrin plead for the sake of the planet to Galactus, and Norrin volunteered servitude to Galactus in order to, spare Zenn-La. Now, Galactus then transformed Norrin Radd into the Silver Surfer by giving him a fraction of the power cosmic. Now, serving under Galactus, Norrin Radd became the Silver Surfer and was tasked to find planets for Galactus to feed off of, and in doing so, that brings him to Earth. Now, Galactus actually wiped Norrin Radd, or the Silver Surfer now, of all of his conscious so that he could easily do it, because it was getting harder and harder for the Silver Surfer to find planets that were devoid of life for Galactus to feed off of. So, like I said before, this brought them to Earth, and Galactus had, suppressed this conscience that the Silver Surfer had, but Thing's girlfriend, Alicia Masters, awakens this conscience, and the Silver Surfer then turns on Galactus, who, there's this big fight between him and the Fantastic Four, and Galactus was actually repelled by the ultimate nullifier created by Mr. Fantastic. However, before he was repelled, Galactus created a barrier surrounding Earth, which prevented the Silver Surfer from leaving. Now, there are many story arcs with the Silver Surfer, so I'm just going to touch on, just a few. He did come into contact with Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doom tricked the Silver Surfer and stole his powers. He stole the power cosmic, but after help from the Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer was actually able to regain his powers back, but he had a hard time trusting people after that. His trust had been broken with humans, but he still continued to protect humanity against threats. And he even joined alongside the Defenders and Doctor Strange for a time in order to help that. Now, eventually, Silver Surfer was able to breach the barrier that Galactus had placed and return to Zenn-La. Now, when he was on Zenn-La, he had a girlfriend. Her name was Shalla-Bal, and she was just devastated that, Silver Surfer, in order to spare the planet, left her there. But once he was able to break the barrier and leave Earth, he returned to Zenn-La in hoping to, reconnect with his girlfriend, but he returned only to find that Galactus had returned and consumed the energy of the planet as punishment for the Silver Surfer's betrayal. So he kind of, the planet was really not, the planet was against him at that point in time, and he had found out too that Shalla-Bal had been kidnapped by Mephisto. So, and the only way that he could save her was to travel back to Earth, and thus being trapped yet again. Now, one of probably the most famous story arcs with the Silver Surfer is during Infinity Gauntlet. Now, during Infinity Gauntlet, the Silver Surfer actually steals the Infinity Gauntlet from Thanos, and Doctor Strange creates this dimension for the two to fight in, and eventually the Silver Surfer does defeat Thanos. So now that we know a little bit about the Silver Surfer, let's take a look at his abilities and powers. Now, he wields the power cosmic, which gives him superhuman strength, endurance, and the ability to absorb and manipulate ambient energy from the universe. Now, the power cosmic also allows him to augment his strength to indeterminate levels, meaning he can get super strong. Now, he can even travel through time and carry others back as well, because he can travel, so quickly and that sort of thing. Now, because of the power cosmic and how the Silver Surfer is transformed, he does not need food or water, and he basically just sustains himself on converting matter into energy, thereby allowing him to really survive in any environment, even deep space. Now, he can project energy in various forms, such as force fields and, bolts of cosmic power that are powerful enough to destroy entire planets. Now, he can heal living organisms, cast illusions, and manipulate and phase through solid matter. But these last powers actually weaken him a great deal, so he doesn't use them very often. Now, he can also detect objects and concentrations of energy, can see through time, and even influence human emotion and sensation. Kind of has like a telepathy, there we go, type thing going on. So now that we know a little bit about how Silver Surfer is in the comics, let's take a look and see if his Mcoc version stands up to him. So I'm not going to go over all of his powers or abilities, but if you want, you can take a look at them. Now, he is Incinerate, Cold Snap, and Shock Immune, but I wish they would have added Frostbite in there as well. I mean, if he can survive in space, he really should be Frostbite immune too. That would definitely give him some sort of advantage. Obviously, a lot of his powers are going to be high energy damage. So, going against champs that have high energy resistance isn't going to work. Now, this guy gains a lot of buffs through the power cosmic, which makes sense because that is where his powers and his abilities come from. So, bringing in a champ that can nullify, that's going to stop them. Now, the thing I want to kind of talk about, I'm not going to go over all of this, but I kind of feel like Kabam could have done a little bit better with Silver Surfer. I mean, he was such a huge part of the comics, and we've been essentially waiting for him probably since the inception of the game, but we've been teased about him since January. Now, he's got all these crazy abilities. I wish Kabam would have given him, like, an opportunity, since he can heal others, kind of given him a restoration kit synergy like Deadpool X-Force has with Nick Fury. I think that would have been a really cool synergy to have. His synergies are okay. They're not the greatest, if we take a look at them here. So, I mean, they're okay. They're not the greatest, but I think giving him kind of like that restoration kit synergy would have been well. And also, if he can, manipulate the energy as a force field, they should have given him something like that, like what Invisible Woman has. I think that would have been a big step in the right direction for this character. Also, I feel like since he can detect energy, giving him an evade similar to what OG Daredevil has would have been great, since he can basically sense what energy is coming towards him. So that would have made more sense. And I think his damage should be better. If he can potentially destroy planets, I think that's where they kind of fell short with him in his basic attack. Now, there could have been an instance where maybe he was too OP and he got nerfed. I'm not saying there was, I don't know, before his release, but there was so much hype built around this character, as there should be. This guy is just awesome in the comics, but I feel like there's some stuff that they nailed, like the ability to phase, but I feel like his phase should be longer, should be more a bit like Ghosts, not maybe just charging the heavy. I don't like that. I feel like it should be another kind of Ghost type mechanic when it comes to phasing. And then if you are able to, maybe cast illusions or phase that after he's in that cooldown state, that's when he's in a really weakened state. So maybe his block proficiency drops, that sort of thing. Something along those lines, I think would have been a better tie-in with the comics. Well, Kabam did get a lot of stuff right. I feel like they kind of fell short on some of this, but overall, I do like the character. I do like his animations. His Special 3 is one of my favorites from what I've seen. But I do wish they could have done just a little bit more. But anyways, guys, that is it for the brief comic book history of the Silver Surfer. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of the Silver Surfer? Have you gotten him? Will you be grinding for him, as I will be come Thursday? Wish me luck. Do you think Kabam could have done a better job at tying his powers and abilities into those of what he has in the comics? Or do you think, no, they did a good job? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.